Ladies and gentlemen, it's Big Willie Style, live from Woodlawn, Maryland. It's been a minute since I posted one of these. A lot of stuff has happened to yours truly. I was last about 2 weeks ago during America's birthday. I was in the land of gorgeous people, and no, it was not California. It was in Miami, baby, and we had a great time. If you follow the greatest style, which you probably should, for all the most entertaining and truthful content, old Big Willie style, he was lit. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because there's been a topic of discussion for people: loyalty. Now, I can only speak for myself when I say this, but loyalty is a function. Think of loyalty as the brakes in your car. There's the gas pedal, and there are the brakes. Loyalty to a person, a place, a thing, an idea can only go so far. I've had people ask me, how do you test loyalty? I've been around some amazing people that don't even know if they're grateful for me. But I said this to someone. I said, loyalty is a measurable trait in my book that you either have it or you don't. There's people out there that will say they're your friend. But me, I tell people, put your money where your mouth is. You say you're loyal, but let's say I'm in trouble. The number one tip a guy has to understand, and he understands this fact, is no one will come and save you. Why do I talk about that? Because I want people to understand something. And this is what makes me, people say I'm very authentic when I say this. Success, the fame, the fortune, the adulation, it means nothing if you are not true to yourself. I would rather live to see myself become something that I am than live to see myself as a monster. The reason why people can't accept the fact that I am who I am is because some say you're gifted. Some say you're the greatest. I ain't no great. The reason why I haven't been posting it is I'm going to be blunt and say this. I have been very, very busy, devoted to my craft. I say this out of the respect for people. It's not because I don't want to do it. I don't want to post, or I'm too big to do that. No. You see, your boy, he's been devoted to his craft. Life happens. When I told people when I created Big Blue Style TV, there were gonna be times you were not gonna get any videos, and I am perfectly okay. But then there's a small select few people that crave the takes. They crave what I'm gonna say. It's like a drug to them. Now, obviously, there's some takes that I cannot share with the public on camera, but I can share. And we are. I'm in a much better space, and people have asked me, Big Woo Style, we want you to talk about appropriate topics, not edgy, not anything outlandish. I just want you to speak the truth. And here we go. Do you wonder why people don't like loyalty? And this is a question people have asked me point blank. Why is loyalty a trait that people don't always have? And I'm going to tell you why. Because they have never been taught the game of loyalty. I love when people ask me, how do you learn the game of loyalty? You have to know, you have to hit rock bottom to truly understand and comprehend the purpose of loyalty. I could say this 26 years in, there have been only a select few people that will answer my phone call. I said this to my first cousin. I won't tell you his name, but just know he's my first cousin. I said to him, you don't need 200 friends in your life. All you need is 3. And he said, what do you mean? I said, when stuff goes wrong, who's going to be there to carry you out? I'm not bitter that people don't like me. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. I have said this to people. People have asked me. It's like when you became Big Woo Style, there was a mask that people never got to see. And that's right. They never got to see it because I never revealed it. I said to my first cousin, and I said to my other nephew, I said, when we were down in Florida, he was discussing like the producing aspects of what I do on IG Live, and he was asking me. He said, obviously out of character, but we were discussing. He's like, all my boys, all my guy friends, they like what you see, and he asked me. He said, do you plan any of your stuff? Absolutely not. I said, LH, I don't sit down with a notepad and tell you what my script is. I don't write down when I'm gonna record. I don't write down. I said, my stuff is raw. It's unfiltered. It's extraneously from my head and from my heart. And it's the same thing with my videos with Big Woo Style TV, IG Live, you name it. If you've talked with me on the phone, it's still the same way. I'm very, as they say, unpolished. And I said this to somebody, and they kind of looked at me with an inquisitive look, and they asked me, why? Why do you have to be this way? And I tell them, I can't change. If I had a script in front of me, a written down of what I'm gonna say, then you people who watch any of my videos or watch any of my IGIs would say bullshit. I know you're lying. But if I tell you point blank what I'm feeling, you can feel. You can feel it. You can sense it. You can taste it. You can hear it. You can see it in my eye. The reason why I stopped scripting my stuff is I want people to understand what raw, necessary feeling is. I said this to somebody, and I know this. You're expecting a 20-minute video. It ain't gonna be like that. But I said this to someone right before I went down the floor. I said, when I did that IG live, I said that there's something outside of this trip down the floor. One of the main reasons going down the floor wasn't just networking and stuff like that. It was to get my mind time to enjoy myself, let myself loose, let my hair down a little. And people ask me, well, since you work for a $1 billion corporation, you can't do things like that. No, yes, I can. Because I take my job very serious, my profession very serious, that I had asked my former boss, I said, he's like, don't worry about here. Go enjoy yourself. And that's something that for 7 years, I did not have the honor and privilege of doing, was letting my hair down. I said this to somebody. I'll be 26 in September, and I've been asked now. You're on the downswing of your 20s. Thank you. I would use another explicit language, but I'm not going to. Thank you. Now that people have said that, well, now we gotta ask the question: what's the next big travel trip? I won't tell you people. You'll just have to wait and see. But I'll guarantee you this: wherever I go, Big Willie Style will be attending. As the proprietor of Dank Motherfucking Entertainment, I am here to entertain you people, to give you insight in more inquisitive and extraneous ways. But most importantly, I'm here to teach what not to do in life. Think of it as when you step into the church of Big Willie Style or the classroom, life is a test. There's such thing as passing and failing, but I say you need to know the material before you even take the test. The material is the most simplistic things. You can plan everything down to the second, but till that moment arrives, you don't know where you're going. See, when I was down there in Florida, driving around Biscayne Boulevard, I had a lot of time with a good friend of mine, part of the family. And living life. Life is good. Toward future. Life is good. I'm blessed. But I'm sitting at this red light on Biscayne Boulevard, and I was thinking what the next 20 years are going to look like. What the next 30 years are going to look like. What are the next 5 years going to look like? And then it hit me as we were stopping at the stoplight, and I look over, and I see the Ferraris, McLarens, the Bentleys, the Lambos, the G-Wagons, the Rolls Royces, you name it. I saw it down in Florida. And it happens, ladies and gentlemen. They go all out. And I thought to myself, if I could have that kind of money, what would I do with it? And then it hit me. I wouldn't spend on the cars. Yeah, I would splurge on maybe a plane or a nice house. But I would live very quietly, where nobody knows where I live. But I would surround myself with good people, good soldiers, long time friends, no new people. I told that motherfucker I was out, but I didn't tell him why I'm out. The reason why, and I've had this discussion with people. People have asked me, and even LH had asked me, why is it business dominates your life? I said, because you need that when you get older, and I said, LH, you understand the basic tenets, but I'm at the advanced stage. I told people the only language I speak is money. If it isn't going to make money, why do I need to be included? Is my talent going to bring money? Is my mouth going to bleed money? Are the actions going to be detrimental for money, or is it going to be proactive for money? The greatest trick, and people, everybody needs to listen to this, because this is what I'm about to say. People can resonate with this. The greatest trick of money is convincing yourself that you can spend it all. Let me say that again for the people in the back. The greatest trick is convincing yourself and convincing other people to spend money on items, people, places, things that you have no business being there. Now, I can say definitively, I'm grateful for the experiences I've gotten to experience. I've been grateful for the people I've been meeting. I'm grateful for the career, if you want to call it, that I have fallen into. People have said, can you talk about, for anybody who wants to get into that business, what you can and can't do? We can talk about it, but you wouldn't understand it. It's you're gonna be bold, and being bold means you're gonna make, for lack of a better term, you're gonna do things that are gonna just piss people off. I say this to people, and people take my advice. Surround yourself with good people, and always keep your ears open. Study the game from the masters. Study the game from all angles. In the 48 laws, the very first law is you never outshine the master. You know your role and you know how to play it very well. I never said I was the best of anything. You kind of live. You stay humble is how you be successful. So until next time, keep your head down, your eyes open, your ears open, and never Only trust those that know you very best.